Now we all know Thorpe Park has 5 main big coasters, soon to be 6, and today we're going to be ranking all 5 of them and saying what their good stuff is and what's not so good about them. So let's get started. In number 5, I'm going to put Nemesis Inferno. I absolutely love this roller coaster, an amazing B&M invert. Its sister roller coaster Nemesis at Alton Towers is better. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say that right out. I think the Nemesis is better. This is a great one though. It starts off like a Batman clone, but then really goes into its own little layout and stuff. Interlocking corkscrews are amazing. It goes 95 feet. It's the shortest ride at Thorpe Park Resort. I think it's a really nice little ride. It's solid. I don't feel much force on it though. It is getting more intense, but I find it's not as forceful as some of the other rides at the park itself. That can change in the day and stuff. Maybe it was just the day I was going on it that it wasn't as forceful. But I think it's a solid ride, not the best at the park, and that's why it's in number 5. And in number 4 we have Colossus. Now, it could be either way with this. It really depends what ride you get. Colossus can get really rough and the restraints are quite uncomfortable. You barely get any leg room, especially if you're in the second row of each car. The front row of each car does have a little bit more leg room, but the second row is really squashed in. Sometimes the restraints can be too tight and just uncomfortable, but if you're okay with that, then the ride is a very enjoyable experience. I find some parts can be kind of rough, like the corkscrews, and sometimes the Heartline rolls. But we have had a bit of a retrack in one of the Heartline rolls. It took ages. It made it so it was closed for the first part of the season. But still, I love this ride. It's got some nice little intense moments. That lovely airtime hill before the Cobra roll. Some really unique elements in this. Well, not really. 5 Heartline rolls in a row isn't very unique. We've got that on set. Yeah, but this one came first, so 10 inversions, what's not to love? Now in number 3, this has changed drastically since I went to Thorpe Park last time. It's going to be Saw the Ride. Saw the Ride is an amazing ride. It's a great experience altogether. Lovely theming. I think the inside area is really cool with all the different saw traps, especially the rack, and you also have the barbed wire trap over in there with a little dummy in the middle. It's a little bit disgusting, so yeah, but I think it's really cool and it adds a lot of theming to the ride. The station itself is really well themed as well. You have Billy in the middle and you have the timer going off above, as well as just all of the atmosphere and stuff. You've got Billy talking, you've got all of the different stuff happening, you've got the amazing Hello Zepp that plays as you're dispatching. And then you have, if you're on the second train, a little bit of a pre-show. I won't spoil it, it's really fun. And then you have some little surprises in the indoor section. I love the indoor section. This is definitely one of my favourite rides in the park. That 100-degree drop is amazing. And in second place, I'm going to put Stealth. Now, Stealth, 205 feet, 0 to 80 in 1.8 seconds. Wow, it's an amazing roller coaster. I think that acceleration is insane. And if you get a blind launch from the thing, it's exceptional. I think it's a really perfect roller coaster. It could be longer, and there are a lot like it in the world. Not many like it in the UK, and it's the second tallest in the UK. Some people might say it's the tallest, but they have it wrong. Well, Thorpe Park is soon to have the tallest in the UK, being Project Exodus. Very excited for that. But back to Stealth, great little coaster. It's the tallest part. It has a really nice colour scheme. The theming could have a bit more around it. It was meant to have tiered seating, a bit like Top Hill Dragster, but the budget just didn't allow it, so it doesn't have the best theming. But still, I love the ride. 205 feet, 80 miles an hour, what's not to like? And finally, in spot number 1 is the Swarm. Now this has changed as well. I used to have Saw at first, but now it's Swarm. The Swarm is just an extremely smooth ride with some really intense moments. I found one of the most intense moments being right before the corkscrew inside the inclined loop. That turn around where you have the head chopper with the helicopter wing. It's insane. That one, like, really good intensity. especially towards the end of the day. You find it zooming around that layout. And the incline loop, does it count as inversion or not? I don't know. The wing over drop is super cool, very exciting, and if you're on the front row, you do get some really good hang time on it as well. I think overall a great ride with some really great moments, especially the 0G roll and the wing over drop. Really smooth, intense, graceful ride. It was my first ever wing coaster, and it's the second wing coaster in the UK, even though, well, it's one of two. It was the first wing coaster to come to UK, and now we have Mandrill Mayhem at Chessington, of course. 127 feet, very lovely ride. And those were the top 5 roller coasters at Thorpe Park, ranking all of the big 5 at the Thorpe Park Resort. I love the park. I went just yesterday, and it was an amazing day. So my rankings have really changed since then. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. You can subscribe up there, another video down there. Really hope you enjoyed. See you all next time.